What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you again to Lyles Figure Files Friday Night Live. So much stuff going on in San Diego Comic-Con. I don't even know where to begin tonight. I feel like that's deja vu for the last two nights. So much stuff. Let's start off with giving a shout out to the Lyles Figure Files VIP members. DJ No Good, Jamelin Parks, Henry G, Ryan Daly, Blake Tarpley, Pixelated Poses, David Thanos, Lefty Two Lines BK, Jay Woods, Tom Finn 2018, Robert Hayes, Lawson Wallace, John Morrissey, Nathan William, MLC Turtle, Vince, James Green, Retro Robo, Vintage Bob, Bro, and Graham Turtle. Thank you all so much for supporting this channel, especially on weekends and weeks like this, keeping everything active and busy. Let's say what's up to everybody here in the chat. I was running a few minutes late because just as I was getting started, I realized that the Star Wars panel recap was up so I could grab official photos from them on theirs. I was hoping that I would get them from Hasbro, and my guy still hasn't been able to send it to me yet. So I did get some from there, so we'll work through all this. But let's say what's up to everybody here hanging out in the chat. She looks like we have a new member. Alan, congratulations on signing up. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And you're going to push us to a second page, so that's really awesome. Thank you, and I appreciate the support. Very cool. Good way to start tonight off. All right, let's go and see what's up. Lawson Wallace, what's up, beautiful people? Oh, I still need to watch the videos you did today, Jeffrey. Looking forward to that tonight. Yeah, man, it's been a lot of stuff. Today was the day I was like, it's going to be exciting, but there's going to be so much stuff to try to hurry up and recap. We had G.I. Joe, then Marvel Legends basically back to back. Later on, Star Wars, I think Transformers is going on right now, so we'll see how everything plays out. What's up, Snake Guys? How are you tonight, partner? Tom Finn 2018. 2025 San Diego Comic-Con is confirming what I've been suspecting all year long. I'm aging out. I'm not done yet, but I definitely don't have the excitement and enthusiasm for the hobby that I did even a year ago. It was all good a year ago. All these great reveals, there's not one thing. This is one thing that's got me tripping, and I'm truly excited about buying. Only a few boxes that can be checked off. Oh, man. I'm disappointed to hear that, but I understand. Wiki Sasquatch. This will be the first Star Wars Haslab that I'm not backing. I don't care whether it funds or not. I had 3 Republic gunships already. They're good enough. I think I paid about $65 each back then. Yeah, I know I got mine on sale. I felt like doing a smart aleck video with my unboxing of the Haslab and just showing off my gunship, but it's positioned in a way that I couldn't do it so fast. But you mentioned it. Let's go to this. So I already know it's funding. People are into this. This was revealed as part of the Star Wars Haslab presentation today. The Vintage Collection Gunship. This was a weird one for me simply because they're in the middle of a Haslab 1. And I think it's just bad form. I mean, not that it really matters if you're asking people to throw out $450 for a gunship. I really felt like we get 5 figures of all the tiers fun, but it definitely feels like there was more to the Ghost. This one, their big selling point is it's 20% larger than the other one. And having that sucker on my shelf, I can confirm this 2013 Republic gunship toy. That's weird. It's so weird to phrase it like that. All this stuff is a toy. This is like, no, this is so much more than just a toy. It's a Haslab. This right here is pretty big. So to get something 20% bigger is going to, because this basically takes up the top row of one of my Billy bookcases. I don't know where I would do anything with this. And at this price point, you certainly couldn't army build. I was at the Maryland Toy Expo and saw guys pretty excited to get this Republic gunship. And I'm sure he didn't pay $450 for it. And he was like putting it together. And I guess like some of these gun cannons were intact, but they were off because he was trying to, take it back to his car or whatever. But this is such an interesting choice for Haslab. And then we get the two, the pilot, the gunner, and it's like, okay, they don't look any different from each other. It's a very interesting choice. And one thing that I found interesting on mine is it's kind of hard to get the clones to position just right. Maybe I will after this take a little video and show how mine operates, because you got the doors and they open and close. But there's just nothing to this that is screaming by me. Now they've got these parts here, and that's pretty cool. I don't remember if that's actually how they looked in Clone Wars, or not Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones. It is interesting. I mean, I wish they had done, shown everybody in here, because that would be a better selling point to me than just these kind of presentations on it. But this is a really, really interesting Haslab choice. And this is the most expensive Haslab we've seen since the last Star Wars Vintage Collection one. And you can see this definitely is the digital render, of course, because he's transparent. But I'm curious how they're going to stand up in here. Up in here. So, and I really think that is odd to do it this way as opposed to actually just showing it how they would fit in there. But that's what they decided to go with. And I'm not sure if they said there were going to be any post form. But this is a really interesting Haslab. So you can see right here, before I refreshed it, it was at 304 backers. Let's see now how many backers it's got now. 732, so it's rolling. And that's the one thing the Vintage Collection Star Wars brand can always rely on. The Vintage Collection fans will support Haslabs. It doesn't really matter how much it is. They will back it. This will absolutely fund, even at this price point. We had the Mos Eisley Cantina, and I guess that was the last one, not the Ghost. But that funded no problem too. So, I mean, they just rolled through with these, and this price is wild to me, but it's going to fund. But how does this impact our Haslab Snowcat, my priority? Now, when last I checked, it was at 7,266 backers. Has that gone down or gone up? What do you think? Up or lower? It's gone up by 3. So still slow rolling. Again, this is at 7,309 when I stepped off from the live last night. A lot of people backed off, and not sure why. But hopefully it'll get funded and keep rolling and get all those tiers. But this is really interesting there. Almost all the Star Wars reveals were rehashed characters we already have, except the Stranger and the Ventress Bounty Hunter. Pretty disappointing. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. Star Wars. The same thing where people complain about getting too many Spider-Man figures, Captain America, because you're always going to get a new Darth Vader, new Anakin / Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Rey, Han Solo, Princess Leia, Chewbacca. It's just the nature of it. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the droids. It's just what they have to do. I mean, if you go 5 years in between Luke Skywalker figures, what are you gonna do? And Luke has 7 different outfits, and that's not even including the sequel trilogy, which I don't. But I mean, there's just a ton of stuff out there. I'm a Tom Finn. I'm really thinking of using this Comic-Con to start cutting back and really picking and choosing what I really want. Well, tell me what you want, what you really, really want, and not trying to be a completist anymore. As long as you're not trying to be a player anymore. Save some stress and money. Well, if toys are stressing you out, I mean, they should not. So if it's stressful, stop. Don't do that to yourself. Find something that makes you happy. Life is too short to get stressed out about figures. Jalen Parks, every time I click on one of Jeff's streams this week, I see something in the thumbnail that is new to me. NBC would be proud with that. Yeah, man, there's been a bunch of stuff that just keeps dropping. It's hard to keep up with it all. How are you doing there? James Green, what's up, Action Figure Crew? What's up, Jeffrey in chat? What's up, James Green? How are you? Who so far has the best reveals? Who's winning the week so far? I think it's Marvel Legends. And I say that even with the strong showing of Mattel's WWE line, we got a Piper's Pit, we got Coco Beware, got Ultimate Edition, Jesse the Body, King Kong Bundy. I mean, they had a lot of good stuff. I feel like we all won if we were rooting for different lines to show different things, because there was really something, no matter what section of the fan base that you wanted. If you were a rock and wrestling WWE fan, if you were a modern age fan, we got a defining moments. We got an Ultimate Edition Tiffany Stratton. That looked pretty solid. Bray Wyatt, I guess he's not exactly modern anymore. But there was a lot of stuff for whatever sector of the fan base you are. WrestleMania 13, Bret Hart versus Stone Cold, Ken Shamrock as a referee. For G.I. Joe, we got, apparently there's confirmation of a fridge figure. I didn't see it. One of the comments said that maybe a Toy Kind of Mood confirmed that we are getting a fridge, so that's cool if so. But I just felt like there was something for really all of us here. So I don't know. I mean, I dug that. I really like what they did with Marvel Legends. So it was just like, I feel like this was the way to do it. I was trying to confirm that, but I could not that fast. Excuse me. And I mean, we got Pythona coming from G.I. Joe Classified series. They're from Mafex figures, which I will show you soon. There's a lot to be excited about. And to me, I give the #1 ribbon to Marvel Legends. They completed some teams. We got an updated Cyclops. I mean, we got updated versions of these 3 figures here. And for various reasons, they all needed updates. And we finally got them. That's cool. Star Wars tried to come through, really barging in at the last minute with some of these Black Series reveals. And maybe if I had more time, if I only had more time, they might have. And I feel like after looking at these reveals, they kind of warranted their own. Let me do this really quickly, since I did not do a dedicated Star Wars video. Let me go over these Star Wars reveals, because there were a ton I was really impressed with. So let's start off with this guy. And you probably heard my thoughts on Acolyte. Not a huge fan, but I did think this guy was cool. So we finally get a Black Series version of the Stranger. Cremere. Yeah, I was trying to remember if that was his name. And he looks cool. I will buy this figure. And they did what they've been doing lately, giving us a mix of soft goods and some plastic parts. That mask looks great. So we've got that intact, and they have some more different portraits, some more different, terrible grammar. They have other portraits of him that you can go to, so you can get this full on sensei look. I really like this portrait of him, and a little dirt on not on his shoulders. No, I guess he brushed them all off, but there's some dirt on his arms there. No bathing Stranger, thankfully, but you can see, thanks to that soft goods with the lower half, he can hit that deep crouch. He's gonna make a really cool striking figure, and he almost has the look of a Jedi, which I suppose you could make him as well. So that looks really, really cool. And then we got this. Let me build up to my favorite reveal, though. I'll save that for last. We've got this version of Asajj and her bounty hunter look. She's got a cool helmet too. I kind of feel like maybe I just want to make her a bounty hunter and not use the lightsabers, because this design looks really cool. And I always like Asajj in her Sith robe. I like that. Then we got another 2-pack to join our armies of the Clone Wars. So we've got Anakin and clone Captain Rex. This is one, I mean, if you didn't get either of these versions, I guess this works for you. This just seems like okay, we're repacking 2 popular characters. That's whatever. I've got them now, thankfully. But I know there was a time where you couldn't get an Anakin, you couldn't get a Captain Rex, so it works out for everybody. One thing in all the coverage that I didn't see until the live stream the live stream recap, we're finally getting an updated Jango Fett in the Black Series line. And this one actually looks great. So yeah, I'm really, really digging this. They were showing off, oh, he's got posability now, which is great. Got a better likeness too, and he can take the helmet off, of course. He doesn't look like he's that old mold they had for Jango was not great. And hopefully this means we can get an update of another really important character in the Clone Wars mythos. But check this out. This looks so much better. And he's got great posability now. And, this is definitely something I've needed in my collection for a minute. So really happy to see this. I can replace my, was that figure arts version I have of him. But to me, the big shocking reveal, because I was like, man, Black Series been quietly killing it. They gave us the Mace and Palpatine Darth Sidious 2-pack. What else could they possibly do for an encore? Oh, you said Empire Strikes Back is one of your favorite movies? Here you go. We'll give you this. And it's an updated Luke Skywalker and his Bespin gear. And you can see this is not clean cut Luke Skywalker. Oh, I'm just about to get ready for this fight. This is battle damage because Vader is a punk cheating in this fight, throwing stuff at me using the Force. So it's got ribs here, ribs there, this pocket. You can't even put one hand in it anymore. It's ripping off. You can see all the just shards and damage and scrapes and scratches on it. Now, we got this pose for when he's like, I can't use this blaster. This is worthless. But this blaster is in that holster. It's been kind of interesting if he did pull it up at some point during the fight when he realized this is not going well for me. Check this, though. So, in a first, I'm pretty sure we've got a Darth Vader with a wire posable cape. Automatically bought. Empire is my movie, but getting this is so cool. The one thing that I have, the frustration I have on my current Darth Vader, the cape is just so voluminous and it can kind of get caught up under his feet. Having a wired posable cape for Darth Vader is why they can stay in business because of me, because I'm absolutely getting this. And this is such a cool addition. And then you can see we've got some cool stances with them, and Luke really benefits from that much improved likeness because that was what was dragging down some of those other Bespin Lukes. This is really good. And they've got these pipes, these cylinders, they can break off. So, excuse me, this is right at this moment. Because the picture is so great where he slashes this up and then Luke is avoiding it. Then he hits him with the overhead strike, gets him in the shoulder pad and goes, oh. And it's like, oh, I've got you. Bam. Check this out. This is such a cool setup here. I'm going to get all this full on diorama. And there goes your arm or your hand. There's no escape. Oh, come on, man. This is so cool. I'm so happy. Pharrell Williams style happy because this is so cool. No, I am your father. Oh, come on. So you can see here the full deal, both of those, so we can really get that Cloud City last platform battle between these two. The third stage, if you ever played the Super Empire Strikes Back game, you have to fight Darth Vader 3 times, and those fights get increasingly more difficult. And this is so cool to actually have this in figure form. I am so excited about this. Definitely one of my favorite reveals they showed us over the course of San Diego Comic-Con so far. I've gone on for a second. Let me check back into the chat, see what y'all are talking about. I wonder if Mattel will show any new DC figures. James, I don't think they're able to until McFarlane is done. I think it's something just with, maybe it's a courtesy thing. Maybe it's we have to wait until your contract's up before we can show off anything. I like that Luke and Darth Vader Tupac. Yeah, I like that 2-pack. Yep, not until they have the license. Just enjoying the San Diego Comic-Con ride from afar. Well, the best part about this, we don't have to go, gosh, can they find some deodorant? Whew, boy, what's happening? And what's this line about? Oh, this is just the bathroom line. So lots of cool stuff. Let's see. Is there anything new coming in this cycle? Oh, man, my buddy just showed me his picture of his NWO Great Muta figure, which got canceled for me from Walmart. Boo them. Blake Tarpley. Yo, let's check these amazing Marvel Legends. I've wanted a Starfox for years to complete my Avengers 1986 team. Yes, we do get that team completed now, don't we? Let me see. See, that to me is the fun thing. I forgot to tell everybody, in case you didn't know, this Black Series Vader and Luke Skywalker set is going to be $70. You can pre-order it tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. They don't want you leaving Pulse tomorrow, between the X-Men and the Star Wars exclusives. It'll be available in the fall, which is great because that should be long after the Star Wars. The Snowcat is done. This is a purchase though, so I'm not worried at all. I will be getting that, and I don't think I have to worry about it getting shipped out too soon. Now let me find where I put that. Yeah, of course. That was the window because I had like a rack of them. Let me go back because I did have these pictures of Starfox and Champion coming through. That was a cool surprise. It's like, man, what's happening? We got so many figures. And one of my buddies texted me, this Marvel Legends display reveal was so underwhelming. I'm like, did we watch the same panel? Because I saw so much stuff I was really excited and hyped to get. And he was like, I was just I wanted more MCU stuff. I'm like, you might have been the first one that said that today. But check out Starfox. He looks really good. Champion looks nice and bulky. And he's got his hair peeled back a little bit too, which is how it looks in the comics. So I really thought this was cool. Great 2-pack. Hopefully that price is not insane, but I'm all there for it. Jamlin, when I'm there, I'm usually so focused on comics from home. I see so many toy reveals thanks to YouTube. Yes. And I need to do my whole catch up on all the stuff on the comic book front too. James Green, there's so much stuff that I'll be pre-ordering. Same. And now you get a champion with them. My friends. What's up, Maurice Phillip? Good times owed to you as well, friend. Brian P. I've been doing figure file streams Wednesday, Thursday, tonight. I don't think there'll be anything for Saturday Night Live, unless I think that's trademarked. So I don't think I need to do anything else. We'll see. Yes, I remember Champion well from the 80 Silver Surfer comic run. There you go. Rick Cage. In brightest day and black this Friday night. Greetings, all Loud's Figure Files crew and our vanishing wallets from sight. Oh man, see, that's no good. I was gonna have my wallet and show that there was nothing in it, but it's in the other room. Speaking of nothing in my wallet, my guy Lar A was like, yo, the Target by you has 4 of the Psylocke Thanos 2-pack. And I was very excited because Target has been like, what are you even talking about, dude? We don't have this stuff here at all. So I was like, let me go to Target's website and see if they've got some stuff. I don't know what's going on with my Aerofast, but let's do this. Whew. All right. So I was like, all right, let's go look. Marvel Legends. And you can tell that a lot of people have been doing this because Marvel Legends Psylocke is coming all up here. And let's see if it even shows up on the website, which I sincerely doubt it will. Yeah, because they're like, what are you talking about? We don't know about this stuff. So I went there. No Psylocke Thanos pack. And they had the rest of that reset all done. This is so phony. Their website is so bad. Anyway, so I'm about to show you on my app again. So I went to the Target, like, oh man, they don't have that. But I did see this. Got Breaker. Yeah, and I got some bubble gum too. So I was happy to see him. Although I have a bone to pick with whoever's doing the stats for these bios, because my guy Breaker should be a 4-star in one of the communication fields, and he's just like a 2. Like, come on, Breaker is the communication guy. Who cares about dial tone? He's non-existent. Breaker needed to be a 4-star in communications. And hold on, got to do another break for a super chat. Thank you, John Morrissey. Thank you for providing the Figure Fowler family with so many hours of San Diego Comic content, Jeff. Everyone, let's thank Jeff by hitting the like button. Thank you. I always appreciate the 616. And yeah, man, it's been a lot of fun doing this here. I hope my voice thinks the same as well. But yeah, man, it's been cool stuff. All right, let me go share with us here with the chat. Blake, I don't really know him. He looks familiar, but I don't know if I have any comments with him. Maybe just a handbook. He's been around for a minute, but yeah, he's a nice addition. I'm surprised they got him as a figure too. DJ No Good, what's up, my man? What's up? Just in time, I see. Absolutely getting ready to do it all over again. JMC, what's up, Jeff and crew? What's up, JMC? Jamelin, has anyone else gotten an email from Entertainment Earth? I have some Muppets and Annihilus from Diamond. They say we'll ship in August. Well, far be it for me to besmirch my dear affiliate, Entertainment Earth. Let's see if they still have him available on the website. I would assume he is going to be one of those. He is sold out. But that message, well, actually, they still have it available. I kind of wonder if I should just do this right now, too. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, oh, he is there. Maybe I should do this, Jamelin. Go ahead and make that move and see what happens. Worst case scenario, they say, he's done. Sorry, you missed your moment. And let's see about those Muppets, though. More? Well, let's see here. August. You know, it's funny because Big Bad Toy Store didn't cancel them either. And they were saying they had a time period for July for them. You gotta get Waltler and Luger, Statler and Waldorf. I said that because there was Barry Windham did this promo on Lex Luger and Sting, and he called them Stuger and Ling, and I was like, oh, that's funny. So I just did it because it happens to the best of us, Barry. But yeah, let's see. I may have to do that though. What's up, Blake Tarpley? What up, Nolan? How are you? Matt O'Brien. What's up, Matt? I'm not a Star Wars collector, but 450 for the Vintage Collection Haslab. Is this going to fund? The wild thing is it will fund. And they've had no problem getting these to fund, which I think is like the most impressive thing about them, because it's like you would think there is no way this could possibly fund, and they're like, oh yes, it will. It absolutely will fund. So let me see here. I'm trying to remember. So go back here just to last year. The Moss Eisley Cantina set was $399, but they also had that additional configuration where, let's see, I feel like after the thing stops, they don't show you all the different ways you could do it. So they had another one, and I'm pretty sure it was $450 or $499. Man, I wish they would just keep all this stuff on here. It's not like they're using all their bandwidth to have it just like you could buy it back then. Now, this one did not get their third figure because they only got 14,000. So we didn't get Errol Schultz. So we didn't get him. But man, where's the deluxe one? Okay. Darn it. Really wanted to see if they still had that there. I hate when they just act like it didn't happen or whatever. So it did get everything except for him. But that 17,000 is a long tier stretch there. That's a lot. So it's gonna fun. It's just a matter how fast. Thanks for the tickets yesterday. Absolutely. Have you seen it yet? I'm just curious. Doc Avenger, what's up? Supposed to be watching Fantastic Four. Couldn't get tickets. Got to go tomorrow morning. So no spoilers, please. I promise you, I will not spoil a thing. I hate when people spoil things because it's like, I just want to watch and enjoy it myself. We can talk all day about it. I think you'll like it, and I'm glad to hear that you couldn't get tickets tonight because that means people want to see it. So hopefully it'll have a good weekend, because Fantastic Four is the kind of movie that they need to see do well at the box office so they can end this ridiculous, there's superhero fatigue. Just superhero fatigue from bad superhero movies. Make them good. People go and see them. We've seen that with Superman already. One of us. One of us. Wiki Sasquatch is not as optimistic. Matt, if it does, the tiers won't get met. Doc Avenger, Mezco, Marvel, and Joe's are gonna break me. Did they show more Mezco Marvel beside that Hulk figure? That's the thing, because it's just 5:30 over there, and I guess a lot of people who are posing, taking a lot of photos for us, they are leaving now and uploading their pictures up to stuff So let me see. Is there anything else that I wanted to see earlier? Excuse me. I did think this is cool. I'm not like the biggest fan of their stuff. I don't dislike them, but I definitely thought this was cool. The Rolling Stones. These photos are courtesy of Toy Art, but NECA's doing Rolling Stone figures, and it looks like they're doing 2 of them so far. They've got 8-inch scale clothes. I hope we get to the other 2 because it's like, I mean, you got to get all of them out there, right? It doesn't make sense to just do 2 of them. I know, you got to do Jagger, of course, and you have the moves like Jagger. But I mean, if you start the group, you got to go for all of them. There's no fun and no point to do it and not give us everybody. Let me see. Was there anything else that I wanted to see before I just went into the chat? Oh well. We'll let y'all help me out with this. Felix Higgins, what's up, Felix? Fantastic Friday, Jeff and the Steam chat. How are you tonight? You're blown away by the price. They've been charging that price for all of their Haslabs, which is, I don't know if it's insane. It's just how it's been going. Let me see. Black now. Haslab, because I want to pull this up. And I'm trying to see if I can find it. There you go. Yes. So let me just show you exactly how these work, how they were, because this isn't even the most expensive one. So the Vintage Collection Ghost, I'm not quite sure if you can see here, $499. So free delivery. That's really nice of you. That's swell of you. So they've sold, and you can see on eBay, which is kind of interesting. It's not that crazy a markup because people probably are not trying to spend as much. And if it goes for $409, that's interesting too. So you'd actually take a bath on it. Maybe that's without the figures. But anyway, $499 and it funded. Now let me see if they actually give us some details on this. 21,000 backers. They needed 8,000. They did get all 3 tiers unlocked. So somebody out there, somewhere out there, had enough money for this thing. 21,000, so basically 22,000 backers for this bad boy. At that price, the Vintage Collection fans will support their Haslabs. Rest assured, it will fund. Maurice, from what I've seen, Mezco, NECA, and Marvel Legends are taking possession of my wallet, and I'll need to arrange visitation rights. What kind of grabbed your attention from the NECA and Mezco fronts? John Morrissey. So much Jeffrey today. happy that. Yeah, I feel like I've been talking a lot. Unfortunately, I've got enough shirts to keep mixing it up. So if somebody stumbles onto this later, they're like, oh, when did you do this one? The same day. Random poster. $450? No way. You'd be surprised. They actually will. Brian P. Yeah, Hasbro's high on death sticks, charging $450 for that gunship. Well, let's look here. Because I definitely think that price is, I mean, is it too much? We'll see if it has any problem funding, which I do not think it will. But let's go to eBay and let's see what that gunship is going for right now. So they're not high asking for that price. Because looking on eBay, $575 to deliver it, pre-owned, $698 and $44. $879, there's your death sticks. $850, same deal. I mean, $40 for the clone pilot, and these don't have great articulation either. So $549, a wing, $30, really, for a whole wing. You can see, I mean, people are just like left wing. So I mean, just to get the wings, you're spending close to $60. $850 and another $25. Why don't we just make it a cool $900 while we're at it? $10 for the frame, $8. I mean, you can see people were charging a ton of money for this, and I'm sure Hasbro was like, well, why don't we get in on this? Because if people are charging that much and people are buying them, why shouldn't they? And it's gonna be 20% more, and there's clearly going to be people who are going to pay that for it and get it. Matt O'Brien, I wish I knew more about Star Wars, but I'm a G.I. Joe classified guy. The ghost seemed cool and appears to be way more detailed than this gunship. 450 would be a bit too much for 6 inches, but crazy. Well, does that make me crazy for 4 inches? Again, they sell, and I think the worst part is because they're charging 450 for the 3.75 inch scale. There's no way they would ever try to make Black Series Republic gunships, which, in my head, in my mind, sounds really cool. And I've got a bunch of clones for my Black Series. It would cost like $1,000 and it would be massive. I mean, it would be like a whole table. And these vintage collection vehicles are like that. So it's just because these vintage collection vehicles, the price is so high, they just make the Black Series equivalents just inconceivable. You got that, dude. That song is awesome. The beat, no. Alan got it too. Yeah. That's not past tense either, by the way. Random poster. It may fine, but I doubt past tier 2. Doc Avenger, I really think these guys are out of touch. You're out of touch. I'm out of touch. I'm out of time too. They fun. That's the whole thing. They would be out of touch and out of their minds if they weren't funding. But I mean, let's see. It was 700 when I checked before, and I am willing to spend 2 cents that it is up again. 700. I bet by the time we're done tonight, and I'm not going to stay on forever, that it's going to get to 1,000 backers. Right this moment, it's at 793. It's going to get to 1,000 before I'm done. Figure a little bit more than 2 hours at this rate because I'm talking and having a good time still, and it's still relatively early. But I'm pretty sure it's going to get to 1,000 before this episode is done, and that's just day one. Goose, I'm good. I think that'll be fun. Rather have a sandcrawler. I remember when they were setting up everything, and people saw the sand, which was crazy because it gets everywhere. They were saying, I hope it's a sandcrawler, but I don't understand how they would sell a Haslab sandcrawler because it needs to have play features or just like, hey, here's all the different features and stuff we've got in it. But a sandcrawler, I mean, sure, you could open it up and have your area for the droids, but what else would they make that would make a Haslab sandcrawler worth it? It would have to be really tall. And you'd have to have it open on the back end so you could really appreciate it. But then what's the point? A ramp for the Jawas? It's like there's nothing else to that. And then people will go, they're crazy asking this price for that. I could make my own. And that's something where a 3D printer, if you got a good one and somebody who can do that stuff, could probably make it for a lot cheaper. James Green says, let's beat up that like button. Well, do it gently. I saw a good random poster. I can translate most of the time, so it's all good. I mean, it's Friday night. I'm not running the grammar police, except for me. Alan, that Vader and Luke 2-pack look cool. It does. It got me on that one. It is just, we know exactly how to get your dollars, dude. Doc Avenger Marvel, number 1. Joe, 2nd. Alan Marvel Legends, that Rachel Summers. Wow. Yeah, man. I mean, it was like, yo, it was so like, wait, you're talking like you're actually going to give us what we've been asking for? I mean, how many different live streams have we done? How many monthly Marvel streams do we sit through? And it was like, oh gosh, when you just need one team member to complete Excalibur. Why are you not giving us Rachel? But in her case, it was at least they got to do some different sculpting for it. It can't be chumpily done. It's got to be well executed, just like this. And man, I mean, time is relative, but to get this figure done this way, all the great modern articulation, and the head sculpt really capturing that 80s style, the alternate head sculpt as well. I'm pretty happy with this. And I will say, I feel like it is worth the wait. If you got that Dark Phoenix, you could take this other head here, this one, and you could put her on that body, and that can still work too for you. So lots of options. You can kind of do a 2-in-1. And I think now I'm going to do that because I've never really been satisfied with that retro Dark Phoenix for Dark Phoenix because I like the colors more of the original one. It's just she could stand a little bit easier. This one though, I'm going to use for that one so I can put her with the X-Men and really go all out with it and use this one for Excalibur. I mean, we're going to have the team complete. That's cool. And yeah, we don't have Megan in her orange jumpsuit, but we're getting there. We need Kitty Pryde with a different hair sculpt, but we've got Excalibur, at least the original lineup done. And while we're talking about teams completed and done, this is why I'm like, nah, Marvel Legends crew came through this time because we got 2 teams knocked out. And 2 teams, we've been saying they just have one more team member to get done. So we got Feral. And I mean, I'm really impressed with this Feral figure because they did not act like she's the nun version of Feral. They were actually trying to stay true to how she looks in the comic book. So that's great. Head sculpt intense. She's one that doesn't need to have a smiley face. This one makes sense for Feral, the character Feral. So there you go. I was really happy with that. Rick Cage, I feel a disturbance in the force. Snap. This may be my first Haslab, a gunship from my 118th Battalion. Wow. So you're going to make that move? Go for it. Doc Avenger Mesco, they crushed with that Hulk. It looks really nice. Wookiee Sasquatch. I get they have to keep the main one circulating, but they usually add some new stuff for us Gen X OT original trilogy collectors because let's face it, we're the ones who fund this line and keep it going. What would you have wanted to see? Because I definitely said I wanted to see Lobot. Didn't get him. But I mean, there's still a few more months of live stream, so they're going to reveal more figures later on. It's not like this is it for the rest of the year. But what would you have wanted to see as an original trilogy collector? Which I'm assuming that's what the OT here is. I'm trying to think what else was really glaring to me in terms. I take a Bespin Guard, of course, and their Cloud car. Because I always thought that was cool. I use that almost exclusively with my Cobras for my G.I. Joe figures. I take more Rebel Hoff Troopers. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they've done a really good job in terms of populating that lineup. Of course, I would take more of the Mos Eisley, Jabba's Palace denizens, but I don't know. There wasn't anything that was like, I cannot believe they didn't get this figure after showing what they did. Outside of maybe Lobot. Lost and Wallace says Legends have been sandbagging. I want more characters that haven't been done yet. But these X-Men in the battle damage Spidey look amazing. Mezco Hulk, still the best thing so far at the con. Cool. Ran a poster. Hooded Cobra Commander was in the category of not able to discuss future figures. Help me out. What did you mean by that? Game Quest, what's going on? Really enjoying your thoughts on the Comic-Con reveals. This is the best place to wind down entertainingly. Thank you. After all the days of excitement, it has been a 3 nights now of really fun reveals. So thank you. Really appreciate that. DJ, no good. G.I. Joe panel kind of dropped the ball as far as pumping up the Snowcat. They showed one new snow fig. They breezed by Iceberg so fast. If you would have blinked, you would have missed it. So I responded, and apologies if y'all read the comments and saw what I said. I feel like there's a case where we all know. I mean, there's not like, man, this is the last year of G.I. Joe Classified series. We know they're going to make more snow figures, more snow characters, and it's not like people didn't buy the Captain Britain, Megan, and Kitty Pryde 3-pack because we didn't have a Rachel Summers or an updated Nightcrawler. And we're like, well, I guess I'll buy this and then worry about Rachel later. I mean, because when they showed it, people were like, yeah, but what about Rachel? And we've waited years for Rachel. she's coming later this year. But we bought that Excalibur 3-pack. I feel like buying anything. I mean, we bought Dreadnoks. Dreadnought. Yeah, why am I saying Dreadnights? We bought the Dreadnoks, not having all of them. I mean, they didn't even put out which of the three was it? Torch. We had to wait on. We got Buzz and Ripper at the same time, and it was like, where's Torch? We did not buy them because we were like, well, I don't know. Are they gonna ever make a Torch figure? And I think the classified series line, if any line deserves the benefit of the doubt, it's them. They've come through, they've delivered every time. So they've done figures, they've teased some stuff, they pay it off. I mean, they keep building on other aspects of the universe. I don't know if, they dropped the ball because they could have done this with the Snowcat. I don't know how much water it holds because it's like, they're going to make more snow figures. We all know that. We're going to be at a point where I'm sure some of you all are going to go, gosh, not another snow figure. And I don't know if we need to see every snow figure they have planned before. Okay, now we can back the Snowcat because I feel like, oh man, if only we had backed the Snowcat, but they didn't show this one particular snow figure. And then somebody else would have said, yeah, well, I would have backed it if they showed this snow figure too. I mean, a lot of people in the comments were going, where's Iceberg? You should make him a tier. But then other people would go, why are you putting Iceberg behind the paywall? They can't win with that. Their best option is to do what they've done with Doc, with Airborne. They're coming out right around the same time as this big Haslab. So hopefully I won't be going, I cannot believe we did not get the Snowcat. We've got all these amazing Snow Joes down the road. They're going to keep doing it. They're going to give us the Polar Battle Bear. We're going to see the Cobra Wolf. We're going to see all that stuff. The Cobra Snow Serpents. It's just stick with them. They've been doing right by us so far. Doc Avenger. No, they can do what they've done with Man-Wolf. They can do Jack of Hearts. I'm trying to figure out what I said that got the no. Jack of Hearts, it was on the rumored list. Of course, the rumored list is always confirmed when we see the figure, but everything else has been pretty accurate to that list. So I don't see why we won't see Jack of Hearts. And Man-Wolf was really well done. I'm still really impressed. And sometimes I go, gosh, how did they miss this element of the character, his outfit? How did they drop the ball this spectacularly? But with Man-Wolf, that is not the case at all. I mean, they really nailed every aspect of his costume. And I mean, except for his sheath. Because I'm sure some people go, but what about that? But everything else is really dead on. And really impressed. The sword looks good. I'm trying to remember which figure he's at. It's just a Black Knight sword. But that is quality work. And they can do that with all these figures. And, excuse me, I would much rather them get a character like Man-Wolf who will never see another figure again perfectly right than a Wolverine. Oh man, this is perfect. But now we're just going to keep cranking out this figure because we know we'll get more Wolverine figures down the road. It's Rock Guards. What's going on? All these Pulse item shipping. I really hope the Ramen Toy Hunter tank and add-ons don't collect final payment and tariff imminently. Y'all gonna make me roll out. I lose my mind. Up in here. TJ, no good. I really wanted a Stranger in figure form. Dope. He is, man. I'm really excited about that one. Tom Finn, I was happy to see X-Men 97 Sunspot in his New Mutants costume. He should fit in with the Danny Moonstar Karma Wolfsbane. And with a little creativity, Magma Walgreens exclusive. Yeah, and now got to figure out, is there a character or is there some way I can use one of those 2 Cannonball figures they gave us to give him a flat top and we can get him. Of course, you got to paint that neck and then got to figure out a cipher. But I'm really happy with that body because that's a real nice shortcut to adding more of the New Mutant Star lineup. G-Brew, really psyched about all the X-Men reveals. Same. I thought they did a nice job with them. Michael Solis, it's extra file time. Yes, it is. DJ no good. 97 X-Men wave is gonna be dope. Shout out BBD. Yeah, I am like the Marvel reveals I thought were really good. Even the stuff that I'm not gonna buy, I thought looked good. I'm just not interested in it. Brian P. I thought that too, but unfortunately, his costume is not the same as Moonstar Carmen. No, it's not. They have the more modern one. He has the classic look. But the way they were drawn, maybe that won't matter too much. I mean, I guess you could sculpt to fix an issue there. Wookiee Sasquatch. They also said we'd never get a Mephisto. Did they say never get a Mephisto, or did they say we would never get Mephisto in this particular look, which is still true? Now that we're literally getting the devil. Give it up, Hasbro. We'll be getting Hooded Cobra Commander. I've never understood that argument in the first place. That's going excessively too far, trying to find pearls to clutch onto. Just trying to compare Cobra Commander to what they're afraid people will compare it to. It's just such a stretch. No way we're getting William Perry in the classified line. Is this real? It seems so. I have not seen it. Actually, let me check on his tank. Maybe they'll have some news for me. And you say, yes, we are in fact getting that. I can't say for sure because I did not, of course, I'm here. So I wasn't at the panel. But let me see. All right, let's see. Real fast, real quick. This will hurry up and load. Hurry up and load. Let's see. Is there anything else? It doesn't seem like maybe there's a bunch. No, this is just. I was trying to see if there is a panel report with actual detailed confirmation of him. Sorry. I'm trying to confirm this before I say no. It's not the case. Because I really do hope that is true and not just a cruel rumor. Surrounds me every day because I need time to get away. All right, let's see. G.I. Joe coverage, just the booth images, no panel report. Okay, here we go. No, I can't find any mention of Fridge getting a figure. So maybe, but I can't confirm it yet. G-Brew. NECA also revealed some really cool Ninja Turtle stuff. And the cell showed off some really nice Star Trek. Yeah, those look cool. Jalen, Ventress looks great. And I never got a Black Series Django. I might be in for both. You don't need that old one. That is terrible. But this one, I really think is a good figure. And let me see here real fast if I can pull this up so I can show you, because this will be a really good, really great. And I'm hoping that they're thinking of this too, because oh boy, there he is. Pretty Vizsla absolutely needs this. He was using the old mold, the old Django Fett mold, and it is so badly outdated. And you can see how recent he was. Got Darth Maul on the backdrop. His figure's too bulky. He cannot pose and do all the stuff that he should because his figure's too wide, and it's just like it does not give him that same range of articulation of this really cool just scout trooper, death trooper. I don't remember what they called it. But check this out. I mean, it's just so flat and stiff. He is the immediate one I was thinking could be done all over again. I would buy him because this head sculpt could be tweaked a little bit more to look like how he did in Clone Wars. So hopefully, I mean, it feels like they're kind of locked into what they should be doing now. So I really like to see that. What's up, Christopher? How are you doing tonight? They said Hooded Cobra Commander was can't talk about future figures. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. What are the name reveal characters then? They're future figures, right? Jibru, that's a really cool Empire set. Yes, sir. Alan, dang! Cloud City scene. Luke looks great. And that Vader. Woo ha! Got us all in check. Jamlin, these memorable scene sets are breathing new life into this line, if you ask me. Yes, like Mace Windu, Darth Sidious, Anakin and Obi-Wan, Luke and Darth Vader. What would be another one that would be like a cool diorama that could work out pretty well? Vader and Luke from Return of the Jedi. Maybe make it a 3-pack with the Emperor. What would be another one? Oh, I guess. Well, we already got a cool Count Dooku and Yoda now. And we got a pretty solid Anakin and Obi-Wan to go along with that. Dooku. I don't know. It is. The Haslab is an older toy. They've just made it 20% bigger. And help me out. I want to make sure I'm saying your name correctly. Is it Mijik or Mijak? Help me out with that, please. I don't want to butcher your name. Tom Finn. That's too bad. I was just hoping. I can't believe it. We never got the male version of that set, which was so wild because all they needed to do was do a male body in that same paint job. And we could have had the New Mutants. And of course, it would not have been the classic look, which we're getting now, thankfully. But yeah, I mean, maybe we can get some of them. They can get Danny or Rain. Just all we need is one. And I'll get them into X-Men 97 season 2. Jibru, Mark Hamill has a notoriously difficult to properly represent in figure form. Yeah. But I think this one's a really nicely done one. DJ No Good. Very nice. You know it. Maurice, dang. Looks like Black Series is also competing for my wallet's attention. Right. Just what I thought it was Legends and Classified fighting over the remains. Yes. Do I think they're magnets and cylinders? I kind of wish the platforms had bases that made them look as though they were suspended. I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute since I've taken out my vintage collection one. So let me see if I can find this real fast for you, Jamie. Darth Vader. Yeah, let's see. I want to see if I can find this one with the base. Bring back the base. And I knew that could be hard. So I'll try a Cloud City duel. They did one really cool with him and Luke. And darn it. They've done too much, of course, because these figures have been around so long. But I feel like they might have had a magnet or something in the mix. Man, I wish I could find it because it's so hard, of course, to try to narrow it down and say, well, this is the Darth Vader from Empire Strikes Back in the vintage collection that I want. But I think they did. That stuff kind of bothers me to not have it right away. City base Star Wars vintage collection. Yeah, let's see. So sad. Because I'm just like, where is it? No, I do have that one. Man. I was just hoping it would pop up really fast in the images or just a description, because I am pretty sure it was set up with magnets where you could attach one part to it and then you had that set. And it was really cool because you could do the full look to it as well. I'm looking and they're really not helping me. And I'm pretty sure the Luke Skywalker to match up with him had the antenna for him to hang on. Anyway, let's keep it going. It's just one platform. Thank you. They showed the same platform twice to make it look like more. Lawson. Mattel can't show any DC stuff because that might be taking money out of the pocket of McFarlane, and that's a licensing violation. John Battle, what's up, my friend? Mr. Lyles, Mr. Battle, what an honor to having a show from you on Friday. Comic-Con, my man. You know we got to talk about it. The World War II Logan, Warbow, and Mephisto were cool. I like Warbow. He looked really cool. Live from New York. It's Saturday night. Doc Vendor. Now we're going to get more comic accurate Elders of the Universe, Collector, Grandmaster. I feel like those two are pretty solid choices. I mean, there's some. I wish they could do something like a famous covers. I mean, we're seeing it with the Black Series. I think if the Marvel Legends team kind of took that same approach and maybe did like a 3-pack of characters to kind of simulate a famous comic book cover with the Collector, because there is something they could do. Maybe they can include Captain Marvel with it too. That was fun and easy. Let's see. I really appreciate it being so easy after that strain and ridiculousness of not finding that Vader one. All right, cool. This is what I'm talking about here. So here's what we could do, hopefully, to get the Collector. This would be fun. So you can see he's got a little wall chamber. He's got Thor. And got a classic Thor in the mix there. Captain America. Can't go wrong with him. Black Panther. Iron Man. And check in the background, though. This could be an excuse to give us some Manus and Swordsman because they're going after him. Maybe if they were to do something like this where we could reenact a famous cover, they could just have a drawing of these 4 Avengers behind the wall. And we've already got Vision. We got Scarlet Witch. We can just do Collector, Manus, and Swordsman. How much would y'all be willing to pay for that kind of setup? Let me know. Doc, Avenger, Stranger would hurt. Now, either Blake, Jeff, your wallet straight up hid from you just now. You can't find Ray. Like, you can't see me, homie. Yeah, he is doing more. I mean, he's all in that Avatar land. Wiki Sasquatch, Dragon Man. I ordered him like 9 months ago. Someone literally had time to give birth to him. I mean, he's coming. Elio, what's going on? How are you? Don't sugarcoat it. Target's website is pure trash. Yes, it's not my favorite. I wish they were just easier to use. I mean, I feel like they would help them sell their product on the website. Rick Cage, Sir Jeffrey, Jay-Z, Tupac, Freddie Mercury, and Queen. I'm watching you. I've got my eye on you. Breaker. Yes. Breaker 19. Lawson at the Wolverine Storm 2-pack or Cyclops Jean 2-pack or Target exclusives and not a main line. I will not be happy. I'm trying to remember what they said for those. Of course, I don't remember I don't think they said what they're going to do with those yet. So hopefully we'll be fine. Alan, Breaker bubblegum sculpt looks cool. It does. I was so happy to see that. It's like, yes, this is my guy Breaker. I wouldn't have minded if they had him like clean shaven with the bubblegum sculpt. And G-Brew, there we go, is correct. The only Target exclusive revealed was the Outback Storm. And if you remember how easy it's been to get your Professor X in his safari outfit and Jean Grey in her outfit, I don't think there's going to be much to worry about. And we'll see if that holds true for the Thanos and Psylocke 2-pack. But yeah, really simple to get those. And Professor X is now going for $12. So I don't think we'll have trouble getting Storm either. Not that you asked about Storm. Andre, what's going on, man? I'm in OC, California, and I've been to many Target stores and also not seen any Thanos Psylocke 2-packs either. So I went to 2 Targets today. So the one I went to was like, man, I got in there probably like 8:15. No, 811. Because I was like, all right, I don't see anybody hustling out running with a box or 2 or 3 of Psylocke and Thanos. If they're actually 4 down here, it should be no problem. Now I realized when I was doing the show last night, it wasn't quite 11 o'clock when they closed. So maybe there's time for somebody to grab the other 4. But I don't know. They were gone, but they were still putting together their toy aisle. Like so many of them were still in the process of it. So the second one I went to, they hadn't even reconfigured everything. The one I went to at first, they had the Transformers, they had the Constructicons 2-pack, they had Silverbolt, and they had the new WWE Legends at the end cap. What else did they have? So they had basically everything else set up. They had Breaker, and they had Retro Stalker and Cobra Commander if you missed them. One thing that I thought was hilarious. So I had Breaker, right? And the scanner, because I didn't want any wackiness at the register. So I made sure to go do what I do sometimes in my paranoia and scan him so I can get that price. You can see he says out of stock. Now the crazy part was there were 5 of this figure on the shelf, on the peg. And I'm asking the associate, like, can you do me a favor and tell me what your scanner says? And she was like, it says we have no more in stock. And she sees these same figures on the peg. And she's like, yeah, sometimes the scanner just doesn't work. So I don't know. Maybe they're still in your stores in the back somewhere. Maybe they hadn't even taken them out. So keep checking this week, but it's wild. Good deal. Hope you like them. John Battle says, to the 42 people that haven't hit that like button, let's get her done. Thank you, John. Another one. What up, Loud Figure Files crew? What's up, DJ Jedi? Hank Day. What's up, Loud fam? What's up? You're spelling like my first name is Lyle. It's not. It's Jeffrey. Blake, Jeff, you should do a future show of all the reveals from Toy Fair and San Diego Comic-Con from the last 5 years that never came to fruition. Boy, there's a lot of hot toys on that list. And yeah, that could be fun. Let me see. I'm going to write that one down. Stuff that never came out. We can put these Marvel Select figures on there, couldn't we? Stuff that never came. Let's say 5 years ago? Okay. SDCC and NYCC. 5 years. Cool. Done. Let's make that happen. Mos Eisley hasn't been made before. It was original trilogy. It was wanted for years. It was modular and had different display options based on available space. Apples and oranges. Ask the Rancor. I think you can do a whole lot more with Mos Eisley than you can the Sand Trooper, the Sand Crawler. G-Brew. My 2 most wanted Marvel Legends were revealed today. Cockburn Cyclops and Rachel Summers. I was so excited. I literally screamed. Game Quest. Mezco, the Batman Year 1 reveal is absolutely phenomenal. Yes. Let's see if I can find that figure real fast. Where's Mezco? Where's Mezco? Oh, boo. You know, just when I think I've got all this perfectly arranged and I can find it all just like that, I can't. Let's try again. There we go. Mezco. Oh, let's see here. Maybe this will work. Maybe this is where he is. So, nope, they don't have it here yet. I'll find it, but it did look cool. Mezco did show Nightcrawler. Ghost Viper coming soon. Mm-hmm. Hank Day. Also, Todd doing DC Edition 2-packs now. Very smart. He's going to milk it. How much do y'all think he's going to charge? Apparently, he's going to charge $60 for those figures, which seems super excessive. Yeah, that's going to be a lot. and I think that is too much to ask for those figures. Let's see. Did I do what I was supposed to do and get those pictures? Oh no. I was supposed to. And now it looks like I didn't. Darn it. Oh, great. Here they are. Not a whole bunch of reveals for the McFarlane DC multiverse. So here's what we got. And you gotta love this smart reuse. I'm not hating. I'm appreciating it. We got a Batman from the Dark Side War where he sat down, had a little stroll in the Morbius chair. And then we got Dr. Midnight. And that's classic Golden Age style. Yeah, it looks like that cape might be posed though. I would really love it to be soft goods, but Dr. Midnight looks really, really great. And there's no confusion. There's no, oh man, it'd be better. Nah, he looks really good. I'm really happy with how he turned out. So kudos for that. Good job there. And then we got some more reveals on that. And not a ton, but just enough to get us excited. We got, check it out. We got the Riddler from Hush. Not really loving that idea, but okay. We got Scarecrow. Actually, I don't care about the Riddler from Hush because we do have the classic version. So good. Nice job on the Riddler. Scarecrow has been packing on the straw, but the figure otherwise looks good. We got Jack Starman. That is cool. Unexpected. That's really cool to see him. Static Shock. He's a McFarlane store exclusive. So that shipping is going to not be fun, but this is the static I wanted. So I'm excited to see that. We got Batgirl coming. That looks good. We got a Batman Incorporated, not kids, just Batman Incorporated, Batman. Then we got Earth 2 Society Batman. So that golden look was true. I don't care about the Batman figures, but the rest are cool. Definitely need to add them to the collection. And there's one that you're talking about, and it's this figure. This very much demanded figure, Zatanna. You see that DC or Elite Edition. Now, apparently, the price is going to be $60. There needs to be a full stage and a rabbit that does indeed come out of her hat for that price point. She's going to come with Detective Chimp, who apparently is not going to be articulated. I don't understand how that's $60 worth. Detective Chimp is a nice inclusion, but I mean, at the very least, getting him with some posable arms would have been great and a neck, but he's got an alternate head sculpt. So I don't know. I just don't see where $60 is with this. But otherwise, that's great, Todd. Getting us a Zatanna. So hopefully $60 will not actually be that price point. 44 D2. What's going on? I bought the Clone Wars version of that gunship back when it was new. Still on my Star Wars shelf today because it's dope. Can't get rid of that thing. It's really cool. Jamie, man, I'm happy with my Micro Galaxy gunships. Me too. John Battle, what did anyone think of the X-Force Feral Fair? Kind of sad because they never did a second drop of the X-Force 3-pack. Still in need of the Richter, mostly. Well, all three since Cannonball has legs. I didn't realize they were like hard to track down now. And then another thing that's insane on eBay to get. Let's see here. That is interesting. I didn't realize they were a hard pack to get these days. 3-pack. What are we looking at for them? $250? That's not great. Man, I didn't realize they were that bad. Ugh. And I'm looking and it's pulling up way too many X-Forces, even though there's really only one in this that I'm looking for. And they're like trying to pull up the Marvel Universe and the Comic-Con one from Wolverine's Black Ops team. Jeez. Maurice, NECA, Turtles, Sesame Street, some random stuff. Yeah. The Sesame Street releases were very cool too. Hall and Oates, you got it, Rick Cage. Not only did I get the Emery reference earlier, but I also got that Hall and Oates just now. Thank you, Jamie. Brian P. Are we taking wagers on that 1,000 backers for the gunship? The House Figure Pals does not endorse gambling, but let's see where we're at right now. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Feeling really, really good about that. It's at 871 now. So it's basically 100 since the last time I checked. Yeah, it's going to hit 1,000. No problem. No problem. Hollow Net 1. The Sandcrawler is not very exciting. Yeah, and that price at 350 would make people go, no way. Maurice, Mesco Hulk, Nightcrawler, Batman the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series, Joker, Heath Ledger, Joker. Yeah, they're pretty cool. David Thanos, what's up, man? Lunatic Reason. Hey, Jeff, did I miss much? You're here now. Jalen, if they make a Sandcrawler, I expect to see a mobile command center soon after. That would be awesome. I love that vehicle. John Morrissey, they revealed Feral. Yeah, man. It was like, whoa, Feral. And it was like back to back, like hit after hit. Right. Lawson, about time we got Rachel Summers, and she's good. Yes. They finally released the Hound to buy for me. Yes, Jalen, me too. Yeah, man. Mephisto is dope too. For everybody who did not see that Mephisto figure, he's the next made to order figure we've got coming from the Marvel Legends brand. Let me pull up this better picture because Hasbro's website, their social media has been kind of slow to upload all these great quality photos instead of my YouTube screen grabs. This Mephisto looks really, really great and so much better than that Engine of Vengeance one that they tried to pawn off on us. So, again, I kind of like, wouldn't mind his face being painted pink, but everything else looks good. And he's got a soft goods cloak and cape. And then he's got the plastic version. So if you want to have him sitting in his throne, you can have this. If you want to just have him standing looking intimidating, you can go with the plastic look. So it's solid. Michael Solis. My Crossbones and Madam Mask shows up tomorrow. Good deal. They made the sail barge. Yes, but the sail barge actually had more stuff that you could do with that too. Both face sculpts for Rachel. They are great, Alan. I was really impressed with that. Was Rachel's first appearance in an all black costume with the lines on her face? Let me see. I want to say her first costume is kind of like a Phoenix look. First costume. Yeah, so she's had a rack of costumes over the years. She's won. I don't know if I'd say, oh, they figured out her look, but here is one of her early looks. And this is one you could probably customize no problem because it's basically really simple. So you could take that Hound look and give it a red paint job there and have a little Phoenix sparkle in the middle. That's an okay outfit. There's another one that she also rocked early on. Like I said, she has had so many costumes. I don't know if they've actually settled on one look for her yet. Here's the one that I think you're talking about. Darn it. And of course, that one won't work. Let's see here. I'm trying to find it. I think they were trying to avoid making her just look like Jean, and they wanted to give her a different outfit, different look, and they kept trying to figure it out. I think the red Hound outfit is her best look. Oh, here you go. Here's one that shows a bunch of her outfits. So you choose which one looks the best. So you got this. That's emaciated Rachel. This is the Hound in black with the marks on her face that you were talking about. Then this is her Marvel Girl look. That's her Excalibur look. And that's the Phoenix 2 look that she was rocking for a little bit, which you could use the Dark Phoenix body that I was referring to earlier for that one. Yes, he is their made to order figure. So you'll get him next year around this time. Let's see. Rachel's picture with the cover of Excalibur 1. Is this the first figure of Mini Comic Wave 2? I wonder. I was trying to figure out if they were just kind of like, hey, here's what she looks like, because I could see those wings being something they try to charge a slight deluxe price for. We'll see. Finally, I can finish the caliber. Well, let me see if I can zoom in on that for you, though. Rachel, let's see. It actually does look like the comic now that you mention it. I didn't even look that closely. But, John, I think you're right on that. It does look like she's got that. And it's kind of interesting that it says comic teams. That's something else that I did not pick up on while I was hastily rushing through to do all these reaction videos. This is comic reveal. I was hoping there was like a theme going where there was both comic teams. And that way we would get a whole wave of those comic book characters with team completers. Lart, hey, man, I should have had you get me one of those Thanos Psylocke 2-packs. They were all gone when I went to that Target this morning. Yeah, Liefeld style too. Yeah, I was happy about that. Finally lost your mind. Mind blowing. That Rachel is pretty cool though. Days of Future Past, yeah. And DJ Jedi. I don't even collect X-Men figs like that, but Rachel Summers from Feral Low. Fire! G Brew, Days of Future Past, my absolute favorite X-Men story. Cool. Not mine, but I'm glad you like it. Snapshots reviews. Mr. Lyles. Mr. Anderson. Did you see that Mondo 2000 He-Man, the larger one? Wow, they knocked it out of the park. What do you think? Let me see here. I did think it looked cool. Let me see if I can pull up a new picture of it. It's a problem with having too many windows open. That was not helpful. Let's try this way. Oh. All right. There's the year one Batman. You just asked me about the Mezco. Not Mezco. Mondo. Let's see here. I am pretty sure. There we go. Because I knew if I could just find the Mondo ones from Toy Arc, we can get real good, great close-up shots of these figures. Let's just start with these. So, boop. Here we go. Bam and bam. So let's break them all down because they're really cool looking. So you can see Clawful, Skeletor, available September. I guess Clawful is ready to go. How much will he be? How much will he be now? I mean, getting him and him at the same time is going to be a damage to the wallet. Clawful looks so good, though. Skeletor also looks great. I wish they didn't tell us to be determined because it'd be nice to know how much those figures are going to run. Nice, clean look at Skeletor there. He looks amazing. All right, let's see. Get in on what's more of the Havoc staff. More Skeletor goodness. Let me do this so I can just go over to He-Man like you asked earlier. He-Man looks great. I love that sword. The power sword looks awesome here. I like that base too, actually. This design works so well, and I feel like this is one of the better redesigns we've seen of He-Man just in general, because it plays into everything that was so cool about his look while updating it. Great head sculpt, great colors, they pop. Ugh. I keep telling myself I don't have the space or money to get into Mondo's figures, but this is an exceptional looking He-Man figure. I mean, I love the details, like how they did the wraps around his boots. Really cool. And Clawful, just like, come on. Sheesh. That's a great looking figure. What's up? You gonna buy them? Snapshots reviews. You're pretty solid. Blake, Lobot, Snaggletooth, Bestman Leia, and Death Star Droid chromed out. Forgot about that. Jalen Farrell has probably been my biggest team completion one, followed by Rachel Summers. So you know mine. It was Banshee. I was like, yo, where is Banshee? And he's done So look at the teams who've gotten completed just this year alone. We've got, excuse me, this belch is not trying to cooperate. Excuse me, there it goes. Giant Size X-Men Banshee, Excalibur, X-Force. And if you want to say we got an updated Cyclops for that Giant Size X-Men 2, we got that. Now, where do we turn our attention to? X Factor, New Warriors, Alpha Flight, Serpent Society. This is kind of fun in humans. We've got teams that we can finally take off the list, and I've already got a video for post Comic Con. Which new teams do we need to see completed with just a few more members? Boris Mortis. I'm actually taking back how good the Mezco lineup has been this year. Really? Because I feel like they do good stuff every year. Hank Day. We need Stalwart, Snowjacket, and Kayak. I mean, G.I. Joe is one of the lines that I'm like, it's pointless for me to come up with a wish list because they're making the figures. Like Marvel Legends, we absolutely needed to do wish list top 10s because they were leaving popular characters out where they would start a team, still haven't finished some. Where it's like, yo, y'all may have forgotten, we have not. Thunderbolts, classic original lineup, still needs to be completed. We still need a lot of them. Alpha Flight just needs 2 really to be completed, maybe 3. I guess 3 really to be completed. There's some teams that have a few more members, but I mean, with G.I. Joe, they're knocking off these figures. They got the 86 lineup done, except for Roblox. With just a few, I mean, they had like 5 to do before this month, and they've just said, all right, well, we're going to take care of the whole lineup. So I trust them fully. I'm not worried to go, well, we need to get this figure, because everything that I'm like, well, they need to get to this figure, they're revealing, they're showing, and it's like, all right, I don't need to say, hey guys, you need to focus and get this done, because they're just knocking this stuff out. Black Series Max Rebo Band 3-pack. Sure. What's up, Henry G? What's up, Jeff? Figure Files crew. Hope everyone is doing great. You're killing it with the Comic Con coverage, Jeff. Thanks, brother. Thank you for watching, man. I can be talking to myself. So I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on these lives, watching the video reaction pieces, because really, I could just be in an echo chamber talking to no one. DJ Jedi, anybody spring the $80 for that Galactus popcorn bucket? You know, it's funny, after watching some of these Haslab prices and other stuff, $80 for a Galactus popcorn bucket almost sounds like a deal now. And you get a large popcorn to boot. G-Brew. Cypher can easily be Kit Bash from the Sunspot body. Cannonball has a very different build, tall, very lanky. I mean, yes, this is true, but in lieu of nothing else, gotta make do. It's my thought. John Morrissey. I didn't, but I did buy the Fantastic Car sold by Regal Theaters because it scales perfectly with the Legends figures. That's who has that. Okay, thank you. And how much is that, John? We need a good vac metal C3PO and Vintage collection. Maurice, the deal with Cobra Commander's hooded outfit and the other hood they're trying to avoid is astronomically different. It's like, how are you comparing the two? Jamlin, all the fridge stuff at Comic Con is from a fan group trying to create buzz from and classified. Thank you, Jamlin. I'm sure you said that, yeah. It was 9 o'clock. It's 9:37. I'm slow on the uptake here. Thank you, because it was like I don't see any evidence or proof of this. But again, I feel like the classified series team has shown repeatedly they're fans of all things G.I. Joe. So there's some proof, there's enough evidence we've seen with Marvel Legends where it's like, hey, don't forget these looks from the 70s and 80s, because they tend to skew a little bit more to the 90s and 2000s. And that's fine, but it's like, all right, guys, we still need to go back to the early era. Maybe before you started reading or caring about these characters. The Jaja Classified line. Lenny is one of us. He grew up the same time getting these figures like we did. There's nothing in G.I. Joe, him or Tony, that I feel like they're like, oh man, we forgot to get this guy. No, they've been doing that. I don't think if they're, I think if it was totally up to them, we would get every figure we possibly could. And for, Fridge, it might just take a little second to, get something signed off because it's an actual character, a real person, not a fictional character. But I'm sure we'll see him. Full Force, William Perry swag was made by a fan and given to Lenny. Not official yet. Thank you. Michael, so that whole Cobra Commander thing is so stupid to me. It's like, y'all really listen to me, a person who would be offended by something like that. Make blue hooded Cobra Commander. Thank you. Oh, Muse Jester. Yes, I did. I'm trying to remember who made that. Let me see here, because those figures really look good. And my only thing is like, yo, these are so good, but they're in both scales that don't really do a whole lot for me. And I don't really have a lot of space in the collection for that scale, but they looked amazing. Factory Entertainment. That's who did these. They looked really good. And again, going to our friends over at Toy Art, they're really great Battlestar Galactica figures. They're Starbuck, Spaceman, and like, check these figures out. I mean, the detail, really, really good. Helmets, really quality. I mean, maybe I could get these too. Then they've got the later edition Commander Adama as well. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to see because I know they did a small. There we go. The Colonial Viper. That looks really, really great. And I mean, it's like, boy, 3.75-inch action figures, but we got a vehicle already. See, this is something I feel like, man, maybe I could get the 3.75-inch because it's not like I need every character, and they do look really cool. They look like they've got a decent amount of posability. This is not going to be a deep dive line, and I'm almost trying to convince myself I can do it. You can do it. I mean, we got all three right there. Got the Cylons. Yeah. These figures for sure are going to be, how much are these figures going to be? Because if they're a reasonable price point, not like the mass figures, I could see getting them. What do you think of these, Jester? Are you going to get them? Chamberlain. Exactly. He's a bad guy. He's a used car salesman running a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world. Yeah. Yoda and Luke with an X-Wing in the swamp. We need an X-Wing in the Black Series. That Mephisto, I'm sure you're saying, looks very, very nice. Yes, it does. Wookiee Sasquatch. And he's a bumbling doofus wannabe dictator. So he's not even a bad guy to take seriously. If you read the Energon universe, he is not a bumbling doofus, which I think is so cool about him. Henry G. Yeah, Black Series was impressive. Vintage Collection was good as well. I think I'm going in on the TVC Haslab. There you go. So there's two people watching that said they're going to get it. Jibru. It's like people go out of their way to get upset about things that do not matter at all. Hooded Cover Commander's a toy, can't hurt anyone. It's ridiculous. Yes. I had that old one. It's put away, but I think there were magnets. And the antenna thing that Luke hung from, it did have a suction cup. It was so cool. I can't believe I couldn't find those pictures. Tom Finn, Shayna's starting to show up on eBay for 60 to 70 plus taxes and shipping. Just her. Hard not to pull the trigger, but I want to try to help a couple people out if I could get the full set off Pulse. Yeah, I want to get those too. I don't want the other two figures. Saw some video footage with Giant Man. What's Giant Man? Michael Solis. I must have that Storm. Boston. So many Thanos figures on sale on eBay right now for net 2-pack. Yeah, I know, trying to get their money back. It's crazy. Kwame, it felt like Legends gave us a bunch of complete team figures, as if just in case the line could have ended. Yeah, I need to work on my priority teams to complete video soon. Well, we're good with them for a minute, so we're all set. Blake, Jeff, I know you got a second break for me, right? Let me know if you need another one. They had a bunch there, despite having 0 in stock and 0 on hand. Kwame Taylor, what's up, my man? Thanks, John. Forgot to hit the like button. And Kwame Taylor, I forgot to give you a shout out. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. A lot of folks are gonna have to redo wish list after today. Absolutely, because it's like, oh, can't talk about this for you anymore, which is a great feeling to have. It's like, all right. Finally, what's up, guys? Did I miss anything? Nope. Just chilling. How you doing? Jalen, Breaker and the Divers have both eluded me so far. I'm still hoping they start being more plentiful. Yeah, I think they will be. It's just it's so wild. They had this ridiculous arbitrary street date, and they weren't ready to put the stuff out when the street date was over. They've had it on the website all this time, and it's like there's a real disconnect. If you've got something that you have gated behind this random date, and then when people are like, all right, cool, I'm ready to buy it, it's like, sorry, we can't find it. It's just a bad process. Blake, I was floored the Target had 8 Jean Greys today. Finally got her. And then you're gonna be shocked when she's on clearance in the fall. And it's like, what happened here? This was so hard to find. All of a sudden it's easy. Jibru, Figure Arts is notorious for showing stuff at toy fairs and conventions, then never releasing them. Look at you, Faye Valentine. Tom Finn got the Psylocke set at the second Target I went to Sunday morning. Sunday morning, rain is calling. But being up half the night before and the attitude I got from the first Target, it wasn't a pleasant experience. Oh man, why are you up half the night? Brian P. Really dumb question. Feel free to ask a question. But if the pre-orders for Man Wolf go up August 1st, any idea when it will be released? Kind of needed by October. That would be cool for them to get it out by October. I don't know. They could say it's going to arrive in December and then it comes in September. No telling. I wonder if they have any kind of push to get these Magic the Gathering figures out faster, though. I don't know. I mean, that would seem like it'd be enough time, wouldn't it? Lawson says, still want that Psylocke set, Tom Finn. Still looking for it. John Morrissey. Good point, Kwame. Why else would they provide so much fan service to one reveal? The future may have been uncertain when production began 18 months ago. I'll take it. Maybe they're like, we're about to get slammed with more MCU stuff, and we need to get more of this comic book fan service stuff that we've been come get it for so long. And we got Avengers coming, we got a Spider-Man movie coming, Fantastic Four coming. Now I was surprised we didn't see any Fantastic Four villain shout outs. It seemed like one would have been really cool. I mean, 2. So I'm surprised we didn't see anything from Fantastic Four. That doesn't mean we won't later, but it seemed like now is the time to take advantage of it. Brian Daly, Scarecrow is why Todd deserves to lose the DC license. Yes. Jibru, I didn't know Zatanna was on the way. $60 is way too much. I mean, she's way too much. I'm sure Mattel will get to her eventually. Maurice, Static Shock and Batgirl are the only ones from that reveal that I'm interested in. The Zatanna looks like weak sauce, and I really see myself picking up unless it's on sale discount. Eric T, I bet it still sells out. He doesn't do many female figures. Alan says Zatanna looks nice. The Batman Returns Penguin Duck just looked kind of sad. Oh man, I am so excited about that. Jalen, $60 doesn't seem too bad for 2 packs to me, but they better all have decent wired soft goods, capes and jackets, and a fair amount of accessories, especially Zatanna and Detective Chimp. Kwame, people missed out on X-Force 3-pack because people bought from the Disney store because it was cheaper, but then Disney store canceled. Oh, okay. Thank you. Harry G, I think I'm going to cancel my Hot Toys Dark Empire Luke Skywalker. Anyone interested before I do? Tom Finn? That's a Zatanna set would be a huge win at 50 with opposable Detective Chimp. I'll still buy it though. Yeah. She was pretty cool. DJ Jedi, my DC Icons version badly needs an update, but the jury's still out on the McFarlane static. Does he come with a jacket? Lightning effects, a manhole cover. Also, what's the scale look like? These are very serious questions because I definitely got to get that static too. Blake, Mephisto is a definite get, but I wonder if the cape is kind of cheap, like the Batman 66 McFarlane capes. They're kind of behind on making soft good capes, so I don't know. I wonder. I feel like they know if they're doing this made to order thing, they cannot go weak with them. They've got to come pretty strong. I feel like it'll be a decent material. I think she was too. Thank you. Excuse me. Lawson, the red outfit is going to be customized into black outfits by a lot of people. Jamlin, someone mentioned the sail bars. The fact that they made that right out of the gate makes me keep hope for a classified whale. That thing is over 4 feet long. Man, you think I'm hyped and excited about a snowcat? If they show a whale, I'm going to be going to everybody's house. Have you backed the whale yet? What's up, King Collector? How you doing, man? Oh, man, Ryan, they did do Wind Charger. Wow, I did not see the Transformer pics. Wind Charger is getting made. Very cool. Michael Solis, the teens and revealed it's probably just a shareholder thing. Made it work. You don't let them slip past you, do you? Into me snob. Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about this Madame Mask modern outfit. This is one of those deals where I really wish Marvel Legends did some form of chase like Mattel does with their WWE line. I went in today, saw both versions of Terry Funk, the New York Knockout, the Great American Bash, just sitting there chilling. It's not a thing. Oh no, I'll never see this figure again. I wish Marvel Legends would do that way for a character like Rachel. You get her in that black or the red outfit, whichever one you wanted. And then Madame Mask, you go with a classic look and the modern one with no trouble. Because I would have plunked down the money and gone, all right, whatever, I'll take this Crossbones too, but I really want this cool updated Madame Mask in her classic colors. But then it's like, I don't need the modern one. Man, Rick Cage Claw won't be $800. Hopefully not. Yep. Maurice got me covered. That is what it's from. Kwame, rumor has it Miranda's coming too. Yeah, so maybe it'll be a comic team wave, which would be amazing. And I'd be all for it. What's up, Jeffrey? Great first name, my friend. Got here late, was catching up on your other video. Thank you for watching that. That Star Wars Haslab is going to hurt G.I. Joe. Not a lot of people have $800 to get both. I got to go with the gunship. I've got to get that naked gun. Everybody slapping their forehead gif at the ready and loaded up. So there's a third person who is confirmed now. Let's see where we're at with this Haslab. Why do I keep closing out of that window? Why am I doing that? This would be so much easier if I just left it up. Okay, let's try that again. Boop. Hasbro Pulse, back this project. Where are they at? That would have been the easiest money. 925 backers, so 75 away from 1,000. No problem, because the Haslab Star Wars Vintage Collection fans always support their projects. Meanwhile, you got 10 more backers to the Snowcat, so it's at 72.79. Slow going. That was what's going to be bad is when the gunship overtakes the Snowcat. It's like, oh no. This is why they should not have two going at the same time. I hope we see the classic Falcon reveal. Me too, Lawson. Still hope. Kwame Taylor, Jesse Falcon told people to go buy that popcorn bucket when folks asked for a Fantastic Four Haslab. Rick Cage, what's the number of Joe characters? Marvel Comics has over 72,000. No idea. And I'm impressed that you counted that many Marvel characters, by the way. Allen, Sergeant Slaughter, the fridge, with that history, how did they get Dwayne Johnson and not make The Rock a Joe or Cobra? I'm making Roadblock. Missed opportunity. Well, I think if they'd done that, I guess they would have had to do a partnership with WWE. That's probably why. But they could have just made him The Rock, because he plays The Rock in all of his action movies anyway. So Cyber X Shogun, what seemed to be up in the air, and an air of mystery surrounding him. Mephisto is back after the Engine of Vengeance controversy. Lost, and I have 100% faith that Classified will give us everyone eventually. Not at all the same faith that Legends will in terms of classic stuff. Not at all. And that's totally justified. That's why I've got total faith in what they're doing over with the good crew with Classified. Aaron Easton, what's up, Aaron? Flint, CoverGirl, and 3 Televipers just dropped into my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store. Oh boy. So I did have to cancel a few Hasbro Pulse orders because they're like, yo, we got Marin. She's shipping earlier than that October date we told you. And it's like, no, guys, I'm focused on the Snowcat. Plus, I pre-ordered a bunch of stuff when they were like, who knows what the prices are going to be? And I was like, well, I'm just canceling later if I need to. Let's see. I'm checking to see if great. I did get an email from Sideshow Collectibles. They're like, yo, dude, you want that Commander Cody Hot Toys figure? You can get him now. And I'm like, ugh. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe I will make that move. But it's like, oh, man, I've got to have Snowcat. So, of course, I'm going to be crushed if we don't get this thing. Enemy Snob. I tried to get the Galactus bucket, but they said it came out 2 weeks ago and sold out the first day. Wow, that's fast. Oh, I feel like only $60. That's great. All right. Is it still available? Good grief. I mean, for a vehicle for $60, that's actually a good price point. And where can I find that? Oh, let's see. Regal Movies. All right, let's see here if I can find that deal. Yeah, let's see. View promotions. Is this the promotions for their swag? Oh, well, you got it right here. Let's see. Well, what is the deal, Regal? I'm sure it's exciting. Y'all see me look at nothing. Let's do this together then. Is it a deal where I have to go get this stuff? Shop the collection. All right, let's see here. Coming soon. Does that mean he's sold out? Oh, man. It's actually still available. Boy, patience, son. Patience. You must learn patience. Yeah, there they are. I did see the Fantastic Four Hot Toys Galactus. It is most impressive. 27 inches. King of Light, I need that Colonel Viper. I'm in on this line. Yeah, it's like, this was, I mean, this is in the peak of Star Wars fever. And was like, oh, this is cool. Jamlin, oh man, those Battlestar figures are cool. I knew Richard Hatch. Oh, that's cool. It's always nice to see stuff with him. That Viper looks amazing. Yeah, it looks a little too amazing for somebody's like, no, I can't get him. And it's like, oh, I guess so. Galactica 118 looks Joy Toy quality. Yeah. Wookiee Sasquatch. Well, we're one figure closer to having an 18 wave. Plenty of Mr. T sculpts. Now face. Yeah, I guess we don't have a Hannibal or Murdoch yet. I did find it. Thank you, John. So Ben, that Battlestar Galactica line is going to be very tempting. Yeah. I'm not getting invested in this Battlestar Galactica line until I see a Cylon Raider. That'd be cool too. Alan, yeah, the Hot Stormtroopers play into that motif a lot more. Ken Lecter, when are the pre-orders for the Battlestar stuff? I did not see that. I'll try to track that down for you later. Emperor Doom doesn't count as a Fantastic Four villain reveal? No, not to me at least. I mean, because he got that from Doctor Strange, so it's not really associated with Fantastic Four. Since that was what during that vampire storyline. I wouldn't count him as a Fantastic Four villain. Archangel Michael Mars, Mr. 27th like catches bullets with his teeth. Figure, please. Which figure are you talking about? H. Rockers. Was looking forward to stealing a short fuse, but they're underwhelming. Looks like their heads are reversed too. What's underwhelming about the green shirt G.I. Joes? I am Christopher. Definitely getting in on that Mephisto. Batman Returns Penguin? I missed that one. Let me see if I can find it for real fast. Wookiee Sasquatch. Yeah, they've I'm trying to see if we can get those McFarlane figure galleries. They're not up as of yet, but let me do this. Because Preternia, I know has some pictures. I'm trying to remember who he's getting the photos from so I could appropriately credit them to. Oops. Sorry. John Carter figures? That's interesting. Oh, and it looks actually pretty solid. Huh. Sorry for this brief interruption. Sarah Frazetta. Oh, so this is going to be in the Icon collectibles. 112 figure. Little alien hanging out with him too. John Carter looks solid. It's a nice looking figure. And I'm still salty about the movie not doing well because I thought it was solid. It just came out at the wrong time. Huh. John Carter figures. Very cool. More Mephisto. Let's see here if I can find these Mattel, these McFarlane figures. All right, Pursuit of Toys. And Mr. Bones is coming to the McFarlane Toy Store, another exclusive. Not the best news we've heard all day. Here you go. So there are the Batman return figures. Batman, Penguin, Catwoman, Max Shrek, and the Penguin Commandos. And let me show you that. There you go. This is fun. Man, we got the duck. Quack quack. Gosh, that's fun. Really, really, really digging that. So there you go. Figure Arts is redoing the Super Mario line. Cool. Brian P. This guy right here. I can't throw money at it fast enough. Brad Decker, what's up, Brad? Good evening, guys. Lots of great reveals today. I was really excited about the Batman Returns and the X-Men figures. Yeah, those Batman Return figures. I'm buying all of them. I love that movie, and those figures look really great. John Morrissey, Christopher, I had the Marvel Select Mephisto from years ago, and I am still hopping on that Mephisto pre-order tomorrow. What a beauty. Yeah, I had that Marvel Select one too. And when I was trying to do some Infinity Gauntlet poses, like, boy, this Mephisto needs to get replaced ASAP. So I can finally do that now. Let's hope some of the pre-orders get the wrong price glitch. If you time it right, you may be able to grab things at a cheaper price. Noted. What would that be for, Jamelin? Oh, thank you. I was able to get the 60th Infantry and Seal at the regular price. And the Jean Great, that's right. I do remember that. Yeah. Which retailer was that? What's up, Julian? I got to see a lot of the G.I. Joe stuff today. Yo, Julian is one of the dopest creative folks I know. Definitely give him a follow. Check him out. He is a fantastic artist and critic that I see. He's all into this stuff too. What are you getting, my friend? Archangel Michael Mars. Big Lob Buck is going to be my takeaway question. Yo, Big Lob. I am so excited about seeing that figure. Robbie Blue, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, let me see if I have saved these figures. Robbie sent me a whole rack of his incredible conversions to Ultimate Edition. Where they go? And they looked so good. I mean, he was showing stuff, and I'm like, oh man, this is incredible. Pull this down really fast here. There we go. Because he did Doom, he did all of them. Let me see here. Yes. So he's done a bunch. I'm going to show you a few of them really fast here. Because I was like, yo, these are two. We made one of my least favorite figures look amazing. And that is that insane Sting figure with the super large head. And he made it look good. So, oops. Here are just a few of them really fast. Midnight Express, because we're probably never getting them into the real Ultimate Edition or Elite line. So with Jim Cornette, the manager of champions, my friend and yours, Mr. Jim Cornette. Thank you, Stan. Let's see. Here is the other one. Check out Doom. How dope did they look? I mean, this is a huge one for me. Getting Doom in figure form. And this, though, this Sting conversions, oh man. Check this out on the far right. This Sting, I think, was terrible in elite form. Big head, just terrible articulation because they're used that Batista mold, which has awful articulation. But these figures right here, they look good. I'm gonna hit up Robbie Blue and be like, yo, Robbie, please fix my Sting figures because they look amazing. Hank Day, no rock from you on G.I. Joe. No, thank you. He ruined enough already. I mean, he was already in G.I. Joe. I wouldn't mind getting a figure of him. I mean, he wasn't in a movie. Cyber X Shogun. What is interesting is what other made to order throne figures could we get? Dr. Doom, Thanos will be intriguing what they do going forward. I kind of like what they've done so far. We got Dragon Man, we got the Sentinels, we got Mephisto. So it's not bound to, they've got to be tall, gigantic figures. They don't have to be stuff we can't do elsewhere. I mean, Mephisto, of course. So I like this idea. I like this concept. I'd like to have seen another giant. That would be cool. Maybe Goliath in one of his 30 different costume variations. I'd like to see Atlas for the Thunderbolts to complete or get further to complete another team member there. Brian P. Transformers also showed Sure Shot, Blast Off, Brawl, BW Quick Strike, and 86 Thundercracker, plus some other stuff that's not for me, but it's a lot. Wow, that's cool. I'll be going over there next. Oops, forgot Big Convoy. See you later, Wookie Sasquatch. Oh, that's not good, Maurice. Jalen Price, I think Stealer and Short Fuse are pretty perfect. I really dig what they did with Short Fuse. Me too. I'm so surprised people are like, oh, it's boring. I mean, they're the green shirts. King Elector. That Fantastic Four or car popcorn bucket looks good, but I'm sticking with comic version stuff. I try to stay away from MCU stuff if possible. But that car would look with those new would look good with those new Fantastic Four figures. Yeah. Oh, you're actually there, Julian? Nice. Saw a lot of stuff today on the floor at Comic-Con. That Snowcat is huge. You heard it from Julian. The Snowcat is huge. Back it now. That's cool, man. I asked you to take some photos for me. Jamlin, I'm wondering if we'll see Zap and Flash pack next. I'm still surprised we haven't seen Flash. But I mean, they're going to get to him. I guess that's the last two beside Grand Slam. So yeah. Ryan Daly, I'm going to put Steeler at the MMS since I'll be using Hawk elsewhere in the display. Well, here's a good idea. Excuse me. King Collector, yeah, Jeff. That John Carter movie's a classic. I don't know why it's so slept on. Yeah, it's just, it was fun. John Morrissey. It breaks my heart to see tons of coverage on toy panels at Comic Con, but very little coverage of the panels that reveal comic books. Why is it still called a Comic Con? You want to change the branding? No, thank you. I mean, I think people are covering the comic stuff. Excuse me. I'm going to be reviewing all this comic stuff. You can see it every week, every Wednesday. And then, of course, I always manage to slip in some comic book references on movie files. Blake, Jeff, with you on John Carter. Is that his Martian dog? That's what that is. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that is solid. Entertainment Earth. Yes. Remember, Target had a mix up with the Trouble Bubble. Yes, they did. Maurice, agreed on John Carter was a solid, enjoyable movie. Its only problem was it came out after Avengers. If my toy store had the wrong price on Phoenix, I was able to get mine for $35. I'm trying to remember what I paid for her now, but I think it was like right around that price point. CyberX Shogun. Someone said they interviewed the Marvel Legends crew and kind of hinted at another bigger character for the made to order model. I wonder who that could be. Julian, there are tons of places talking about the comic panels on more comic book focused websites, like the Comics Beat. Hasbro interviews are up on there as well. Nice. So you got to talk to them. That's solid. Jamelin, John, when you're there, it's definitely mostly about comics. Don't let the toy tuber coverage fool you. Yes. Jay Reed, 2112. Anyone have news on the NECA Dungeons and Dragons stuff? Is it dead? I've seen no new reveals. That's a great point. Doesn't look like it, which is disappointing because those figures are really cool. I'm still trying to get War Duke though. I didn't think it was a great sign when they were doing the repaints from the old stuff. Maybe they kept doing more new figures. So, wow, it's 2 hours. We've done this for 2 hours. That was wild. Let me do a quick search to see if there's anything else out there worth checking on. And I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. We're just at 948. So it looks like we won't get to 1,000. I'm not going to stay on here just till it gets to 1,000, but I for sure we would see that while we're here. 72, 79. Where are we at now? All right, we got 2 more backers since then. Okay. It's still rolling. My disappointment continues. Let's keep this Snowcat going, fam. All right, let's see here. Is there anything else to break down and talk about? Oh yeah, there was. So there was a lot of stuff revealed from the WWE panel, but they did have a new reveal for us today. They showed off, or I guess, a few new reveals. So they showed the latest wave of Legends. I guess this is Legends 31. In this set, we got Kurt Hennig from his AWA World Champion days, complete with the AWA World title. That's interesting because I assumed we would see AWA wrestlers in the Power Town line, which wherever in the world that's going. But this is really interesting. So we've got Kurt Hennig, AWA World title. Now we just need some more AWA wrestlers for him to fight. Come on, Wahoo McDaniel, Larry Zbyszko, Nick Bockwinkel, maybe even throw in a Colonel De Beers in that mix. I would be down for a Greg Gagne figure. I know some people wouldn't, but I'd buy one. Rob Van Dam, Mr. Money in the Bank. That looks cool. The Dragon singlet. And then British Bulldog. I'm trying to remember. Is this from Royal Rumble 94, 95? Not quite remembering which one that is. And then we had another reveal. The 4th man in this. What side's he on? And that is this guy. Bobby the Brain Heenan in another outfit. This is where you can sit down at the booth, at the table on Primetime Wrestling with Gorilla. You can be our actual host, not the Gorilla. I like this. Got a shiny jacket, so you can hang out with Diddy. That's cool. Got the bow tie, good head sculpt. I mean, this is a solid Bobby the Brain figure. Can't have enough of them. And that's really cool. Really excited to see that joining the ranks of the collection soon. Let's see here. Is there anything else? As I was going through, scrolling through, trying to find. Oh, yeah. Wow. How did I almost let this whole thing go without talking about this? So, not at Comic-Con, but we do have some stuff from Mafex. And we are going to be getting, you might have seen her in the thumbnail, the Batgirl from Hush. This looks good. Really digging this classic look for her. And again, they're not expanding into the whole universe as fast as I would like, but man, this is good. Getting Batgirl, another addition to the Bat family. Got that soft goods cape, of course. Good head sculpt. So that's good. I really want to see a Green Lantern and Flash and all of them from them, but this is good. Also getting this guy with his hypno glasses removed. Clark Kent with a removable or changeable into Superman setup here. I'm curious if this is how this figure is going to be, or is there some sort of posing option for it? Because I mean, it looks like it's a pretty set in one pose. Or is the tie movable, posable? Is this torso come up? I'm curious about that because I'd really like to have a straight up Clark Kent look. Maybe this whole torso is swappable and we have a buttoned up suit jacket Clark Kent. Curious about that, where they're going to go with that one. They showed us some grayscale versions as well. The main man Lobo is coming and he's got his dog. So that's good. We're expanding, getting a Lobo figure. That's very encouraging. Then we've got, of course, needed this to continue out with your death and reign of the Superman setup. Doomsday. Doomsday looks great. And he's going against a battle damaged Superman. So we got a battle damaged Spider-Man. Now we got a battle damaged Superman. That's really cool. And if you got the DC Icon set, now they've got you covered on the Mafex front too. So exciting times there. Then what else we got? Speaking of expansions, getting another character. Looks like looks like Wonder Woman from Superman Man of Tomorrow is joining the line. So you can see, got that iconic chest plate, got her hair a little bit different than we're used to, and she's got her sword sheath back there, her dagger, the skirt. So it's not a full-on classic, but I'll take it to get a Wonder Woman in this line. Got the tiara, so that's cool. She's got her sword, and not quite sure what's going on with the boots there. I have to look at the Jim Lee reference art, which I'll pull up in a second. And then the last one that they showed is a Superman, another one, and not quite sure how different this is from the other ones we've gotten, but maybe they'll changing up the blue. This is to match the Batman. But yeah, exciting reveals from Mafex. So we'll see them next year in their pre-order phase, but it's exciting to see them. All right, so let's see here. Ryan Daly, gonna be honest, I'm paying the $325 for the new Lady J head sculpt. It's a great head sculpt. Brian P, I won the bet. Maybe. Alan, Mafex Batgirl, bought. Guys, there were so many Mafex reveals. Maurice, ooh, definitely want to get those too. Wonder if I might finally be able to get my ideal JLA team this way. I mean, they need to get a Green Lantern, a Flash, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman. But yeah, we're getting there. James Astra. Just want to say McFarlane is clearly done with DC. We should all boycott the rest of their run and stick it to them for their terrible business practices. Okay. G-Brew, I want that Wonder Woman figure. I'm going to get that. CyberX Shogun. Hey, Jeff, was wondering, do you think that X-Men 97 cable could fit with Farrell? Or do you think the Sasquatch Build-A-Figure Wave cable still holds up? It still holds up. But, I mean, I think the X-Men 97 cable is really good, too. I'm one of the, wide shoes. You can have both. Let's see. So, Toy Arc has the on display looks of these figures if you want to see them real fast. Why not? Let's take a stroll. Let's see what they got. So here's Cyclops. And I keep seeing different images of him, but I like this look. That looks good. He's weird because these different pictures, I'm kind of like, do I love it or do I think it's just okay? But this one makes it look great. And I was worried about the belt being too low, but it is straight there. Jean looks solid. And looks like they did go with gold, a consistent gold all around. So the mask is gold, the gloves and the boots are all gold. I don't remember what they were in the show, but I definitely want to paint them yellow. There's Storm, and her head sculpt looks fine. That looks good. Hair sculpt is solid. She's got the bicep articulation I mentioned, and she's got double jointed elbows now. The first one did not have that. So there's a clear look at Wolverine there. Nice head sculpt for him. There's a better look at Storm. Great head sculpt. And then there's Cyclops in the background. So you got the X-Men rolling in here. We got Gambit. His torso does look a little weird like that, though. Maybe we need to slap a jersey. Maybe John Cena has one we can borrow. Going against Rogue for the basketball game. They're playing basketball. Yeah, Cyclops looks solid. Very happy about that. And Jean. I know they've got a little hot glue to keep her up, but hopefully she can stand on her own this time. I mentioned this Rogue had a nice head sculpt. Not changing my opinion at all. And I think this one would work really well for that Savage Land Rogue. And she could actually fix that figure up for me. Man, I love this head sculpt for Storm. I wasn't sure from the production photo, the box look we had, but this really, really looks good. I don't even have to go, okay, it's okay for an animated series one. This is a really nice Storm head sculpt. Here's Wolverine ready to rumble. And again, a little bit softer because it's that cartoon look, but I think it'll work. Where is Cable? I was trying to find him, but then I got distracted looking at the other X-Men. Nice. I mean, this Vulcan mold just works for Cyclops. I feel like it works better for him than it does for Vulcan. So nice job fixing the problems with Jean Grey and her Marvel Girl attire. Just want to give her a little bit of yellow and not so much gold. Where is Cable? Oh, there it goes. So there's Emma Frost. She looks good. And, you know, they've kind of toned the whole checker out, but I think it's still fine. Here is Cable. So I think he looks really good. I think he'll fit in just fine. Yeah. I mean, he's not as bulky as that Build-A-Figure. Was it the Sasquatch Wave? Yeah, but I think he'll work just fine in that display with Farrell and your other X-Force figures. So there you go. I want to take another look at this this Spider, Iron Spidey. Because I'm looking at this Mary Jane head sculpt, and I'm kind of going, is this a better head sculpt for Phoenix than for Mary Jane? I kind of think it might be. So we'll see when we actually get there. All right, let's see here. King Collector, a lot of good figures coming out here, but the pre-orders are all over the place. You got some that are exclusive, so you really got to be on your A game to get this stuff. It's going to be tricky. I'm hoping to keep everything together with everybody. Hard act to follow. Hopefully they're all one size. Alan, all X-Men 2-packs are solid. I agree. G-Brew, that Rogue might have one of the best head sculpts they've ever done for her. I think so. Hard act to follow. Is there a court with that Rogue Gambit 2-pack? I never got Hasbro's basketball series. Well, here they go. They have a hoop for that starting lineup series. So last I checked, they were all over it, Ollie. So you could probably find it. Hasbro's starting lineup. Hoop. There you go. I wonder how much this is now. Actually, it might still actually be available. That'd be wild. No, that's on the Hasbro. Let me see here. I mean, it's $24 on eBay, which means if you could find it, it's somewhere at your local Ollie's. That's the way to go. But this would actually work. And yeah. I'm just stuck with this one image. Okay, so let's see here. This is the cross promotion they never knew they needed. They just needed X-Men figures to sell this line. So here you go. I mean, it's a basketball hoop, and they've got a stand on there so you could have Rogue dunking on Gambit. This would be kind of fun to do that, actually. Good call, hard act to follow. Maurice, Marvel Girl skirt looks like a man slits up the side. Well, she needed it because that other figure was awful. Brad Decker. That AWA Kurt Handed is pretty cool because it also comes with a yellow singlet. Oh, it does. I didn't know that. That's even cooler. Cable has the Liefeld guns. He does, Alan. You got to have that. Hard act to follow. That Mephisto is well needed. Hey Jeff, did you see McFarlane recom Quaritch from Avatar? Yeah, I'm not really into Avatar, so I'm not keeping up with the figure releases from that Snake Eyes. So I have no idea. I did not check that at all. John Morrissey, thank you again for the 616 super chat. Thanks again for so many hours and hours of content this week, Jeffrey. You are a hero. I'll be a hero. Hey man, listen, like I keep saying, you all are making this channel. I would be talking to no one if y'all weren't watching. So right back at you. I appreciate you all way more because I would just be excited. Like, there's no one to talk to about this stuff. So thank you all for watching. King Collector, we need a new 5-pack of that original X-Men team in the yellow and black outfits. That old set is still way too. Is it really overpriced? Those figures are awful. That is crazy. What's up, Graham? Lots of great Marvel Legend reveals. I'm especially pumped for Starfox and the Cyclops and Jean 2-pack. Yes. I mean, they had so much great stuff. Morrissey for the win. Snake Eyes, is there a new Mystique? Yes. She's part of that retro line. How fast could I find that figure for you? Let's see. Figure reveals Mystique. She is. Oops, that's what happened. Part of the retro line. They showed her, I want to say a few months back at this point now. Here's what she looks like. She's part of that exclusive to Target line. So there she is. And they had a nice gallery of her stuff. So it's another image you can see of her. She's a solid upgrade because that Mystique figure, as I've been posing with the rest of those figures from Freedom Force / the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and you can let her lend these out to some of your McFarlane figures. Nice looking upgrade. Nothing too crazy, but she needed an upgrade. So let me go back here. There we go. Sorry. Cyber X Shogun, definitely going to get that Emma Frost. The second one is going to be tough for me. It's either going to be Cable, more for Jubilee. Why are you limited to just 2? Or are you just talking about which one's your priority? Alan, never got the Hellfire set. Glad Emma's coming out. Okay. King Collector, says Brian. I've also heard that original X-Men 5-pack was kind of fragile. Fragility, yeah, it was not great. It was the quality, the actual likeness of the figures. It's just a bad 5-pack all around. They absolutely need to do an updated version of them because it was not awesome at all. Well, they stayed the same. What is the gunship at now? 970. That's weird. All right. Well, oh, in terms of priority. Okay, that's why I was like, because these figures are really good. It's a great wave. Hey guys, Jeff, do you think they're going to do a new Galactus for the Fantastic Four movie? No, because they did a Haslab, and I don't know if they would. Because to do Galactus justice, they have to do another made-to-order thing, and I don't know if they want to waste a spot there. I think the route you might want to take if you're interested is getting the Sideshow collectible Hot Toys version, because that one will fit in perfectly with your Marvel Legends. 27 inches. It's got 6 points of articulation. So you can do some stuff. You can pose them around and have some fun, but it's just, can't see them doing it because they've already invested that time into a crowd fund with him already. And I think that'd be a tough deal for him. Let's see here. I thought they would have all their Fantastic Four stuff up early and easy so I could just pull it up really fast and show you all, because they do have them up now for pre-order. I will make them up. I'll put them up on the dashboard for those of you who are interested. Let's see. How much is this figure? So he's $315. $315. That's like a price of a Marvel Legends. I mean, yeah, like a Haslab at this point. So here it is, and you can see they're the smaller versions of them, but it's got all kinds of stuff here. It's got 6 points of articulation, like I said, good detail, and this will fit in just fine with your your standard Marvel Legend figures. And Galactus does not need to do backflips or kicks, so 6 points of articulation is plenty for him. And he has a light up feature too. You ever bought a Marvel Legend? So this is what he looks like next to a Hot Toys figure. So you can see the scale for a 12-inch Hot Toys figure with this Galactus is not great. That's actually pretty nicer than to show how it looked, because it's not going to work at all. But with your 6-inch Marvel Legend figure, that would probably be a great companion piece there. So there's a way you can get that figure. Lawson, imagine an Emma Frost with arms you can move. Now we need an updated Cloak and Dagger with a cloak that has a soft good cloak. I think they're still working on that. Graham, has anyone seen what is at the old DST booth? I saw that someone setting up something, but I haven't seen any updates. Well, that's interesting. Let's see if Toy Art has any pictures from over there. That would be a real interesting bit of news there. So I wonder if they do actually have stuff that people could check out. That is the first I'm hearing of that, though. I'm scrolling through looking to see if they have anything from it, and it doesn't look like they have. Let me check one more spot. No, nothing on that end. So maybe they don't have anything yet. What do I think about the Army Logan figure? It doesn't do a whole lot for me, but I think it's a cool figure in the sense of if you wanted to have somebody else in the background of your Jada Toys Guile or your Storm Arena Guile, you're going to have him there cheering on the fight and going, oh, go get him. Speaking of Jada Toys, they do have one new figure they showed off because they're like, we are not backing down, Storm Collectibles. We don't care what you're doing. We're not giving up this Street Fighter thing without a fight. So they showed a Charlie figure from Street Fighter Alpha 3, kind of beating them to the punch there. So that's what that figure looks like. Not bad, of course. This is from Toy News Toy News International. So there's Charlie. And I'm sure he's going to have his glasses. But I mean, it looks like a cool pose for him. And there's one more picture. So this fight is about to be on. So we'll see which one wins in the end. Storm Arena or Jada Toys. Brad Decker. I really like that Emma Frost because I missed out on the Hellfire Club pack. Plus, I want to get all the villains from that old X-Men arcade game. There you go. James, Soft Final is supposed to be terrible. Oh, that's good to know. Michael, hi Jeffrey, watching here now in the Philippines. How's everything out there, my friend? Alan, Cloak and Dagger will have a resurgence of popularity from Marvel Rivals game. That's all you need. King Collector, that Galactus looks good, but I prefer the comics look. I still hate I missed that Haslab one. I'm sure that one is stupid expensive. G-Brew, shouldn't Wolverine World War II Logan have bone claws rather than the adamantium? It's not adamantium. He's actually holding claws. He's actually not using claws at all, apparently. And I don't remember, because that's been a long time. Hasbro Marvel Legends. Let me see here if I can show you. Oh, wait. Maybe y'all wanted another price because they're apparently available. So Mephisto is going to be $79.99. Not a terrible price point considering what he's got. The Marvel Legends Gambit and Rogue 2-pack are $49.99. Ditto, Wolverine and Storm, and Cyclops and Jean Grey. That's great. No crazy prices because you want these figures. And everything else is $24.99. I'm just trying to see. All right, these Magic the Gathering figures, $40. So that hurts. I'm wondering if this is going to be a situation where, I mean, for Man-Wolf, I'll get him for that price, but the rest of them I'm going to have to wait because that's just too much. Let me see here. You had just asked about the World War II Wolverine, and I don't know if I see him here. He's not here. Let's go back. Marvel Legends. There you go. Case images. So let me see. I have to scroll through because they have a bunch of photos naturally. And let me see if I can find it real quick. I know this is exciting. Listening to me scroll through, but I think I'm near the end of this. So I should be able to have him up. They don't have a picture of him. He's holding claws. Let me just pull up my own image that I have of him. That way you can see what he looks like. Marvel Legends, San Diego Comic-Con review. It was very important to have this stuff in some sort of order because this is going to get out of control. All right, so here you go. You can see here that Wolverine does not have claws in the traditional sense. He is holding wraps that have claws. So you can see them here. And so they're not actually his claws. I didn't read that storyline, so somebody else can help me out with that. Let me see. Yes, he does. John, Michael, you're watching from the Philippines? That is fantastic. What time is it over there? Lawson, after all these cool reveals, the Mascot Hulk is still priority number one for me. Snake Eyes, Jada Toys revealed a lot of stuff, and I really like that Atom Smasher figure. Atom Smasher, which one was that one? Blake, I was just looking at that Galactus Haslab on Amazon for $1,200. Well, that's insane. What is it going for with the very reasonable sellers on eBay? You might just need to get a popcorn bucket helmet and call it a day. You might need to. So, well, $600. It's not awful. $655. What else are we looking at here? Is that the best deal? Oh, wait. There's $440. But this is 5 days away from completion. I can buy it now for $700 or $700. Free shipping. How about that? $395 to $100 for shipping. Yeah, those Haslabs are tricky because I mean you can't actually buy them as an investment because you can sell and offload them and get your money back for sure. Excuse me. Cyber X Shogun picking up that Emma Frost because I have that Jason Wingard from the Wolverine Villains 5-pack, so I can get some more Hellfire Club members. There you go. Which ones are post exclusives? Snake Eyes. That's why I hate Haslabs. The people who didn't buy or have the money to get it can't get it. That is the real world, though. I mean, if you don't have the money for something, you can't get it. It's just how it works out. I mean, I wish I had a bigger house so I could buy all these figures and not worry about where I'm going to display them. But, yeah, what can you do? Make more money or buy a bigger house. Lawson, I have the Haslab Galactus. I don't think I'll ever need another Galactus ever again. Lawson Throne, Mephisto is worth it. Oh, Cyberpunk figure. Thank you. They don't exist. Legends say Jeff is still scrolling. He always does. James, Jada definitely won Comic-Con to me in terms of reveals. Nice. What was your favorite one? I don't know if he locks the tandem out of 2-pack. You just put her in a 2-pack with a non-articulated Detective Chimp. Lawson, I've won all the Legends I've seen today and all the classified. Also a good chunk of the McFarlane releases. Yes. The 97 2-packs are all Hasbro Pulse exclusives. Thank you. Okay. All right. We've been on here for 2.5 hours. Wow, that's crazy. The time went by so fast. And I guess I need to have some dinner now. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me for 3 nights. those of y'all who were on for 4 live streams, because I did Lyle's Movie Files before, thank you. If anything big breaks over the next few days, I'll probably do another video, maybe not another live, but thank you so much for rocking with me all this time. Yeah, exactly. Folks not having the money to get Haslab isn't a problem with Haslabs. Yeah, man. It's all good, Snake Eyes. Get your rest. I need to as well. Loston, Jeffrey, you've been an amazing host this week. Well, thank you for hanging out. Daniel, 808 Grunt. Take care, Jeff. Thank you, Daniel. Hope you have a great weekend. CyberX Shogun wasn't here, but I wanted to catch this one. They're still available to watch. Until next time, gentlemen. Peace. Now we sleep. Absolutely. Or play video games or watch TV and movies. Thank you all for rolling with me. And episode 500 is coming real soon. So thank you all for hanging out. Hopefully y'all enjoyed checking out all these reveals and releases with me. And I'll be posting all those pre-orders tomorrow once they start dropping on Pulse, Amazon, all that good stuff. For now, enjoy your weekend. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.